to another brand new episode here on 1950's Farm. So today is the epic bale collect. I can't believe how many bales came off that field, but we're doing not too bad in collecting them. I've done a couple of loads. I'm not going to commit to an actual number because I can't remember. But I've done a couple of loads already just to get me eye in, get me practice, so I don't look a wally. But yeah, so we've not, as I say, it's not going too bad. One thing I have noticed whilst driving up and down this lane is, I don't know if you just saw, but to my right there in the soybean field there were some weeds they need dealing with, and also as well the cornfield to my left is going to need fertilising, and the soybeans at my farm as well, or Harry's farm, are going to need fertilising as well. So we've still got some work to do, a little bit of field work to do just before harvest, but there's not that much now really in the way of field work to get done, and then as I say, we'll be into harvest and into autumn again, which is very, very, very scary. Oh yeah, got a new way of stacking. Just before I go into there and they disappear, got a new way of stacking the bales, and this way seems to be working fantastically well. The forklift goes into them perfect, which is great. I think one bale has given me a little bit of trouble in piercing them from this side, rather than going into the face, go into this bit here, and as I say, stacking them's been slightly easier as well, and the trailer looks far more secure and stable, and yeah, all round it's just worked really well. So that's the way that I think I'll probably be doing it from now on. But yeah, so we'll get these hay bales in there, and then as I say, we clear the field, and then that should, in theory, be enough hay bales then for the remainder of the year. But we will keep producing them. Some more of these white sheds are going to come down, just so as I can sort of gradually get it turned over to being a little bit more authentic in terms of what I imagine the sheds would have looked like. I don't know, they may well have looked like that, but those sheds for me look a little bit too modern for 1950s. But as I say, we can sort of change them over, and then as the years go by and the decades go by, we can sort of change them either back or whatever. But at the moment they look a little bit too modern, and I have no idea whether in Ohio that's how farm buildings look, because obviously I've never been. I'd love to go. I'd love to go and see Harry's farm. Would love to go and see the dairy. I have emailed both and said that I'm doing a series. Serenity Hill has emailed back and said that when she gets a free moment, she will check it out, and she'll also get her kids to check it out before, if she doesn't get the time. I've not heard anything beyond that, and as for the dairy, I've heard absolutely nothing from them. All I got from them was a generic thank you for your email, one of our team will get back to you. But alas, they haven't. But it was more of a kind of, I wanted to make sure that neither of, there's no, apart from Harry and sort of that, but there's no real delicate information in these videos, that the sort of personal things that get talked about in the sort of biography type thing that I've been reading, I've kept out. because that's not really for me to talk about. That's that's something I know nothing about, and it would be wrong for me to talk about, as I say, those sorts of things. So the personal sides of things. I mean, if there's a big event, that's gonna potentially alter the way the save goes, then then yes, there are events that will come up eventually that we will do something for, and that I will talk about, and that I will explain, and different things like that. But as for the actual sort of I didn't really bring that trailer far enough down, for, as I say, the real personal things, then no, that's not for, as I say, that's not for me to talk about. So I won't. But yeah, we're going to get these bales done. It's going to take a long time, actually, to be fair. Probably won't do all of this on video. Mind you, having said that, I will time lapse it, and if during the time lapse we get it all finished, we get it all finished. I doubt it, but I will do. So I think the only thing left for me to do now is to switch over to said time lapse, just so that I don't bore you to death with medial information. And my I mean, we have to admit, and I think it's only fair that we come clean right now, that I am probably a world-class bale collector and stacker. I mean, I'm pretty certain that none of you out there would dispute that. Having watched the previous videos where we've done bale stacking and we've done, stuff like that, I'm sure you'll all agree that I'm world class at it. And if I was to ever go into the farming simulator league, I would win, quite easily by myself, blindfolded with both hands tied behind my back. But yeah, so we'll get these collected as far as we get, and then as I say, we've got a little bit of spraying to do, or I might even buy a hoe. And the reason why is if I can find one similar to the one that I've seen, then it's something that Harry and the Dairy did and still does a heck of a lot. They really believed then and now in the hoe over conventional sprays and stuff like that. So if I can find one, I will use that. I didn't get that first bale on very square. Never mind. And as I say, we will do it that way. But anyway, we're going to switch over to some time lapse, and I will see you at the end of the vid when I talk again. Bye for now. And I'm back. How are we all doing? Well, the bales are collected. I didn't realise a little way through. I think I must have done probably 2 trailerfuls before I realised that my game capture card or my screen capture or whatever it is had switched itself off. I think I must have pressed the I must have accidentally have caught the key when I was shuffling in my chair, so I do apologise, but to be fair, didn't really miss a lot. We were just still collecting bales, obviously, and it's not too bad, but I told you I was pretty good. That's a much easier way of stacking round bales. I would definitely be doing that again if I remember. I do say if I remember, because I am pretty shocking at remembering stuff like that. But right, so we've got this to fertilise, so this will be next episode, and we've also got, and we might even weed it as well, just to make sure. And as I say, we've got, where are there they are, we've got these weeds to take out. I think this is the only patch of weeds that we've got in terms of the rest of the field. However, I have noticed that across the field we have now got a few little weeds that are coming up, or that have started to sprout, which in theory shouldn't happen because I ploughed the field, but I've got a feeling these big ones I probably missed with the plough, but these little ones shouldn't really be coming up. There's another patch out there somewhere. So what I'm going to do is to, as I said earlier, if I can find a weeder that fits the era that we're obviously currently in at the moment, then I will weed this field. It's quite a big field, but with the 2 John Deeres that we've got, and then we've also, Harry's got sort of 2 tractors as well. So I'm thinking we could probably get 3 or 4 of us in here weeding at once, and this field then wouldn't take all that long. But I don't think in terms of weeders there is anything in my mod folder that's from no, there isn't. So I'll have to find some weeders from the 50s. But yeah, it's been, as I say, it's been a good episode. We've got those bales done. I'm really happy with that. If we go and have a quick look round at the at the bale shed. As you can see, we've got plenty in there. We're just I'm not very good at maths, but I think that's over halfway. I don't know. I'm not very, like I say, I'm not very good at maths. Unfortunately, I have dyscalculia, so adding and taking and timesing and dividing mean nothing to me. But yeah, so we've done well there. So we've got a little bit more to go. So that's okay. We've got this field over here that we own as well, but I think it was PA Ploughboy that pointed me towards a flail chopper that we can silage with. And it's from the era that we're working in. So I might do that, 'cause, again, we can get some silage in. With the hay and the silage, we'll have more than enough to feed the cows with. I think the food is just jump the gate. We don't need to open it. We've still got quite a bit of food in there, to be fair. 99% health. Don't know why they're not 100%. But yeah, so now we've got that field cleared. Another job that we can also do is we can either slurry or manure that food. I was going to say food, that field, and then we can get on with that as well. So, as I say, we've got this grass to do, but we'll probably do this grass in the autumn. We'll keep this as it is. It could do with being fertilised, actually. So that again is another job that we can probably get on with. Get this fertilised. Although, having said that, there's probably going to be quite a lot of grass in here as it is anyway, because it's a very big field, because it goes all the way down to those trees down there. So we might get enough grass off as it is. But anyway, if you haven't done already, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. It really does help. And the only thing that's left for me to say is thanks ever so much for joining me on this episode. I've really enjoyed having your company, and I can't wait to see you on the next one. Bye for now.